What up, everybody? It's your boy Pretend Object here, getting ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Whoop. Let's go check out what everybody on the Discord is up to. What's up, everyone?
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, not too bad.
You're pressing the wrong buttons. Pew pew. Pew.
Fire the lasers.
I don't got no lasers.
You would rub the scum.
What's a good average like save DC?
Like,
I mean,
average is probably like 17.
no, that's high.
Really? I don't think it's that high.
Even like level 10, like 10, 15 level characters, like 17 is like their highest.
So it's
I
kind
would
of
probably say like anywhere from 14 to 16 is, or not even 14 to 16, like maybe 13 to 15 is probably more likely.
It's like, I hope his AC isn't very high. AC number comes up and it's just a picture of Argyle from Stranger Things.
that's pretty high.
It just asks, is 200 pounds enough?
Man, they make some good pizza.
Yeah, that Stranger Things pizza from Walmart is pretty good.
Don't deny before you try.
Do you hear the bad news about that guy?
No.
Or
But he-
not really bad news about him, it's how he's being treated right now by like press and stuff.
Is it that he's not really a stoner?
It's just more or less that like he kind of played his character as him. And people are giving him shit for it.
I mean, that's
You know,
not
he
a
probably played it
terrible
up
thing.
to some aspects, but you know.
Wow. Hello there, Bestrayo 6. Also known as Felidor.
And now, motherfucker!
Should really change that to hello there from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Everything good with Cole?
I think last week he was on vacation,
Oh.
and I know he normally has something to do like right before we start.
It's a cheeseburger in paradise.
Which is why we start at 6 instead of any earlier. The reason.
Oh shit! It went green. I just gotta wait for scat guy. Always wait.
What went green?
Is it went from him not being online to him being online.
Ah,
He's over there creeping on people.
It
gotcha.
literally fucking shows it on the right of the screen. I don't even have to
Whatever,
click
you
into extra
creeper.
things.
Creeper
Yeah,
creeping.
creeper, no creeping.
I'll creep where I want to creep.
Creeper, no creeping.
I played with some bugs today.
I worked on trying to move a car that apparently has a stuck brake drum.
Is that the Mustang or the other one?
The other one.
I don't
The
even know what it
Falcon.
is. Falcon. Falcon
Falcon.
punch!
I got 2 of the 3 that were stuck unstuck, and then I got to the last one. I'm like, I don't even have the energy to try now. I sprayed it with some shit, and I'm like, I'll come back later.
Did you hand kill it and use the smaller can of WD-40 to open your WD-40?
No, I was using
Hey, man, that is
PB blaster.
comedy genius.
What were you using?
PB blaster.
I don't know what that is.
It blasts us through the rust.
Oh.
So it's not really like WD-40 is a lubricant that's like, helps you get things apart more or less. Or PB blaster is more of a like, is it what you say corrosive because it eats away at like rust?
WD-40 is not really a lubricant. It's more of a water displacement fluid.
True.
I mean, it kind of works like a lubricant, but that's not really what it does. That's what the WD stands for. I think the 40 is like the 40th formula of it or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think of it more as like a lubricant because it's more lubricant-y as when it's done. I don't know.
Hey,
There's that one lubricant I have in the garage in a can that I sprayed inside the fan, and now the fan works pretty well.
The one that was up here making all that noise.
Yeah.
hey, man, your toolbox only needs 2 things: duct tape and WD-40. Okay.
All right there, red green.
If it moves and it shouldn't, you use the duct tape. If it doesn't move and it should, you use the WD-40.
Yeah, that show was great.
If you can't find you handsome, you better find you handy.
Oh wait, I need to go check to see if I turned the air compressor off. I don't remember if
Bum,
I
bum,
did.
bum, bum.
Put together any of those Legion minis?
No, I haven't gotten any put together.
I wasn't sure since you seemed pretty hyped about the game.
Yeah, I didn't get to it last night. I had other things I had to do. And then I didn't sleep very well today, so I was like laying there for like ever trying to go back to sleep after I slept for like 4 hours.
Yeah, that sucks. Put together some more of those one Tyranids with the brains. Uh, Neurothrop and Zonothrops or something like that.
You could tell, you could say words, and I wouldn't know what they were when it comes to Tyranids, unless it's gene stealers, and then I'm just imagining they're stealing my genes.
It's dumb that they took Gene Stealers away from being a core troop choice, in my opinion. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
Now I have like a bajillion gene stealers I don't need.
Yeah, well, your mom is a core troop choice.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. So I was reading through like the subreddit for Star Wars Legion. Apparently the meta for Empire is to just run a shit ton of shore troopers. I was like, oh, well, you know what? I'm running stormtroopers because that's what I got. So fuck you guys.
I don't think shore troopers look that cool. Kind
I
of
mean,
lame.
they're basically like the scout troopers, just a little bit slightly different armor, and it's a different color. Like they're that khaki color instead of like green.
Yeah, because they troop the shores.
Yeah. Gotta buy that new Battle Force box coming out and get snow troopers.
And West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Scatgram getting on tonight.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
he's gonna be a little late. We'll start here in just a second. I'll just give him another minute.
Oh.
I'm gonna add something anyway.
Yeah, if he doesn't show up, we'll just kill his character. Be like, oh, you fell down in bottomless pit. Sorry, you're falling forever.
Oh darn, you'll have to play as Drew.
Probably rage kid at that point.
What? You'd be the best character at that point.
So,
Well,
does
second.
anybody else like join groups on Facebook just so like you can go to comment section and link that group and it's like relevant to the
Yeah.
conversation?
I'm in some of those.
Like, I joined one that's called "Jokes on You." I'm into that shit just so I could link it. When somebody posts something really gross or something.
I like the Scooby Doo gif where it hands where everybody's disgusted and then it hits on Fred and he smiles. Then it says, "That's my fetish."
Damn, Fred.
Kinky.
I really don't want to go to work tonight.
Would run Cole through what happened?
Yeah, if you guys wanna talk about it,
Yeah,
real
that'd
quick.
be helpful if you don't mind.
Oh wow, we gotta tell Cole the cool things. Oh well, we performed well, and we tied for first, which caused an automatic overtime where we had a cook off. I was about ready to say a bake off, but it wasn't a. Well, no, because
Do you
it was
think this is?
desserts.
What do you think this is? The Great British Bake Off?
More like
'Cause it was
chopped.
dessert, so it would have been bake off. I don't know. It was we made a dessert.
Nice.
We did really well. They did really bad. We sabotaged a little. They were a little mad about it. It looks like the other team looked like they were just for hire, so that was another thing. They vowed that they would get the trophy from the old man. So, knowing that, we set off on a quest to the blacksmith, a big quest to the blacksmith to make a fake trophy to give to the Minotaur dude.
Toon
I'll
Bro.
find his name later. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, that dude. So I think Wait, did we pick it up yet, or are we picking it up today? I think we might have to pick it up today. Then we also had the option to get belt buckles, 5 gold pieces for a detailed one, 3 for a less detailed one.
Okay.
It isn't like an exact
All right.
like a replica thing. You know, it's just kind of like, hey, it's a souvenir thing that has like, you know, the
Yeah.
essence of the whole trophy thing in it. I got one, I believe. Morning Lord got one, and then Droop got a cheap one. That's true.
Good for Drew.
Yeah, you would have been proud of Droop. Droop nailed the dishes. Like you had never seen someone do dishes better.
Good job, Drew.
Kind of why he got a belt buckle. He actually did something really good.
He earned it.
What else am I missing? That's like
Uh,
the big thing for the cooking stuff, at least. I know that was probably like your big. Like he was really proud. We got the money. Like he paid all of us the 500 gold.
we had
Nothing
a
else.
day to like dink around, and so I went on a chartered fishing thing and found out that there's an island that all of the fishermen are avoiding because all of the fishing boats are disappearing out there. And
Oh, freaky.
I believe it's the same isle that had something to do with fish people. And there's like a temple on it that has been repeatedly triggered, like something out there that calls the fish people to the island. So we might want to check it out and see what exactly is going on out there. It's like a side mission
Okay.
sort of thing.
That's Mist Cutter Isle that I'm seeing in the notes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for the update.
Sorry, the cooking thing isn't as cool as what it probably has happened. But
And then
made
they
me
also
proud.
they also did like remember that they needed to check for the check the troop numbers for the Lord's Alliance.
Hmm.
Yeah, isn't it something about like staking out a path to another city to try to find these
Right
dudes?
here. Quest
Yeah.
from Vanya. Slowly building up forces in the area. The dude having forces is bad. Building a settlement to the south of the Swordfoot track. Powers are growing, getting more bloodless. We just have to go find out like what he's planning and then report back. So it's a recon mission.
Okay.
And it's roughly like at max, it's 2 days to the next town along that path. So it's probably not more than 2 days to get to the location.
Okay.
Maybe.
So it's
Because it
kind
could
of a
be
whole
like
thing.
way off the path or something. But
Mhm.
yeah. Just in our like general heads of our characters, I think it's probably less than 2 days to get to where the camp would roughly be.
Hmm.
Gonna be like cops sitting in a
So
buggy.
did we settle on it sounds like we've got 2 big leads, the Lord's Alliance one and the Mist Cutter Isle. Did we decide on like what would be our next
I
I
quest
don't
or
think we
mission?
decided
I-
on what we were going to do next quite yet.
Okay.
No, because I reached out to using my like bounty hunter ties as
Mhm.
Malin, and then I'm supposed to get some information back about it,
Okay.
and then I was gonna
And
give
that,
us.
and that was the Miss Cutter Out, right? I totally forgot to do that with going out of town.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay.
Um,
You can just
but
like tell us something quick that you want to like go with.
yeah,
But like
uh,
so like once Malin gets that information, we'll divulge that, and then I figured from there is when we'll decide.
Okay.
We're also waiting around for the replica Epicurean Award to get done. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we took the day, because it was like I feel like we should go on a mission, and then that was supposed to be done the next day, and it's like might as well just wait.
Yeah, makes sense.
And believe other characters are waiting for things.
Yeah, I don't remember about that.
I just don't know if he divulged to the group that he's waiting for things. That's why I don't want to like. I just know that it's not just us.
Yeah. The anticipation swells.
I mean, yeah, we can start with wait. Like I said, I'll find that information. But if anybody needs to do anything else, you certainly can. What you want to do?
Did you? We got paid us 50 platinum pieces as well, Cole.
Yeah.
If you don't want to use it as gold, I don't know if we wrote that in notes.
I don't think I didn't see that in the session
Yeah.
notes, so I'll make a note of that on my character sheet.
Yeah, he paid us in 50 platinum pieces. I guess you could probably make it gold if you really wanted to, but
Did we divvy that up, or is that sort of a pool?
he actually paid us each
Okay,
500 or 50
gotcha.
platinum pieces.
All right, I will note that on my inventory.
Yeah, I guess I'll just start out in the morning going to the blacksmith to pick up the replica, right?
And I
Or
will
would we have
accompany you.
Did he say in the morning, do you think? Or do you think we should wait maybe towards the afternoon to pick it up? Morning.
Well, if it's not available in the morning, we could always get our hands dirty and do a little blacksmithing work.
Sounds like good work for you. I might go do elsewhere.
Oh. Okay. So anything that you wanted to do, Cole?
It's got
Not-
money now.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
true. Let me think.
Just so you know, because we kind of got
Mhm.
told about it. There's not really anything like magical in this town.
Okay.
Like this is a big thing. So if you're looking for anything like that, we're probably not gonna find it. There's a lot
Okay.
of good quality weapons though, like
Mhm.
pristine quality weapons, and then like other fishing, like things that like relate to fishing, and then a pretty decent potion shop. We've gotten some nice health potions. It's a pretty decent potion shop.
Hey man, there were technically magic items, okay?
That was a good one too.
Those pristine weapon things are like weapons that you could purchase that you might get an enchantment on later.
Mhm. What I might do is one of my features of my leveling up is that I have a list of spells that I can learn as what's it called? As rituals. That's how I have stuff like that's where I got find familiar and identify and stuff like that. So I might take a look and see if there's any other spells that I wanna grab beforehand.
Okay.
And is there a I guess GM, is there a fortune teller in town or some sort of divination wizard?
What's a divination wizard?
Closest you'd be to anything like that in town would probably
Or is
just
there
be
some
at the church.
Okay.
If there was anything like that.
Okay.
Like this basically this church, as I had mentioned before, is kind of just like an all-purpose church. Like there's
Mhm.
many gods, things of that nature in there.
Okay.
Otherwise, for any type of like, I guess, magical items or divination, the one in town that seems to have the best knowledge of that type of stuff that you guys heard
Mhm.
be Syl, who is the turtle that has the potion shop.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I one of those ritual casting spells that I picked up was augury, and so I'd like to pick up an oracle deck, and I actually, for an earlier version of this character, I actually came up with a deck and came up with and designed a deck, um, and so yeah, if they can, I don't know how much we want to role play it out as a whole scene, but if they can point me towards somebody who can sell me the material components for my augury spell, which would be this, which would be a deck of like, it's like tarot cards, but there's only like 20 of them, so that I can cast augury. And so I'll leave it up to you whether you want to make it a whole scene or we can just hand wave it, you know?
She, I guess she tells you, like if you go to Syl, um,
Mhm.
they specifically match item, um, that the chances of finding something in this area would be at one of the merchant stores. So it's kind of going to be like closer to like a general supply store,
Mhm.
but they might have more things leaning towards magical components called the Great Magnificence.
Okay. The Great Magnificence is the name of the, like,
Yeah,
the
is
market?
the name of the store. Yeah.
Man with a store. Okay. I'll make my way over to the Great Magnificence. Um, and I walk into the store and I'm picturing it as like kind of dusty and just chock a block full of various knickknacks. Some of which might be magical, some of which are clearly not, but they're trying to pass off as magical, and a whole bunch of like mundane but slightly exotic looking wares. And um I'm perusing the store, and they've got um dragon bones with runes carved into them. They've got augury dice that, baby's first augury set. They've got a more traditional 72 card tarot deck, but with dragons and shit instead of the rider weight designs. And and a thing that looks kind of like a slinky, a set of armor that might also be a deactivated warforged, um, a weird stick that's like um, that looks like it's just was pulled from a tree and then but it's actually carved to look exactly like a regular stick. Um, so like somebody took lumber and then turned it back into a stick for some reason. Um, and I keep going deeper and deeper into the store, and there's a row of dusty books, all of which are the kind of books where a kid would think these are so cool and ancient tomes, but anyone who looks at it would, who knows a thing or two about books is like, yeah, these are all kind of like garbage nonsense. Why do you want the fifth edition of Fizban's Guide to Magical Creatures or something like that. The the 7th edition is where he updated it or something. And there's like a children's book that's about like worshiping the gods, and like it's almost like a collection of like silly poems about different gods and how they're worshipped and things like that, like a Shel Silverstein book, but for written by a pantheonic D&D cleric. And it's kind of calling to me in a weird way, and which is weird because like who cares, but I pick it up and um and start flipping through pages until I get to a whole bunch of pages that are all glued together, and I turn over the page covering it, and all of those pages have been painted with glue, so they're all locked in. So about 2/3 of the book are glued together and then have the pages carved out to make a little like hiding place. And in it are these surprisingly well kept set of um square cards printed on this heavy stock, um with gold inlaid, and um having been a part of a traveling circus, Coles knows a thing or two about the different types of fortune tellers. They were always fortune tellers, setting up shop just outside the Fairylights Carnival, um, just as part of the followers of the carnival. And so you get to know the basics of like, this is what these symbols mean, this is what cards, that card's not actually bad, this card is the really bad one. And so Cole has a little bit of literacy in it, but he's never seen any cards like these. It's these weird arcane symbols that seem to be connected, and as he cycles through, telling some sort of mythology, some sort of creation story, and a story of some sort of internal universal struggle, but they're not connected to any pantheon. They're not connected to any, like, it's not, oh, this is the Pit card, and this is the Thrasadune card, and this is the Palor card, and this is the whatever card. It's all gods and the veiled mistress, the sword, the shield, and the spear, the void, and it's and these cards all, like, they seem to tell a story, but they don't do that. And so Cole closes the book kind of abruptly after he shakes himself out of sort of a trance-like state as he's thumbing through these cards and kind of absorbing their weird energy. And he takes the book up to the shopkeep and requests to purchase it. And my the spell requires tokens worth 25 GP, so I'm just going to mark that off my sheet.
So these cards let you see the future?
Yeah, by casting sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out cards, or employing some other divining tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses from the following possible omens: wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad, or nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcomes, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. And some other stuff about if you cast it 2 or more times before your next long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance that each casting that you get a random reading, and the DM makes this roll in secret. So yeah, it's just a way that I can ask for.
Guidance, basically.
Yeah, from the powers that be.
So you walk up to purchase this item, and you see a young female Leonin, which is a like a basically like a lion, um, like a humanoid lion, I should say. She looks at you and I didn't even see you come in. And she's like, we, I mean, we have newer versions of this book if you'd like. I know that this one's a little older.
I think I'd like to purchase this book specifically. Call it I don't know, some sort of I feel some sort of connection to it, and I've been well served by following my instincts, so I'm gonna go with this copy. But thank you.
Oh, okay. Uh, I mean, just know if you need a newer version, you can come back.
Much obliged.
Since it's so old, how about it's yours for 5 silver.
Very well.
You kind of pick up that she very clearly like just found this book or it was given to her, and she did not like look through it at all. Like she's like, okay, this is an older version. I'm just gonna set it in my store.
All right, I will. I'll count out 5 silver and place it on the countertop.
Thank you very much. Come back again.
Very well, will do. And I'll put it into my, finger woven bag and make my way back to the group.
So Celador, Morning and Malin went to the blacksmith. Is that correct?
That's me. Morning Lord.
Yeah, that's what I said. Morning Lord and Malin.
Oh, I thought you said Felidor.
No, I said not Felidor because that's what I was thinking in my head.
Gotcha.
So you guys went. You guys head to the blacksmith, and as you come up, you kind of see him working on an item. And as you get closer, you kind of see that he's like, kind of like sanding down the metal part to smooth it out to some final detail. And as you get closer, you see it's pretty small, and you can eventually tell that it is the Epicurean star, that the replica. And you do kind of see along the side there's the belt buckles that you had, like, and with what he was saying, with how long it would take, it sounds like, or it seemed that maybe he just had his work on the buckles or something. But as you approach, he's just in time, and is is like, here's what you asked for, and he hands over the Epicurean star, replica, and the belt buckles that I need. And I guess, Cole, since you weren't here, if you want to retcon and buy a belt buckle, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, you said they were 5 gold for the good ones?
Yeah, for a more detailed one.
All right, I will do just that.
Okay.
My man.
And you guys can all mark down that you do have the belt buckle and the Epicurean star. Who has the actual star on them right now?
We gave it to Cole. I forgot to mention
Okay.
that. Cole, you have the actual Epicurean star.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So also, Toonbaron, I haven't told you guys this, but Toonbaron had mentioned that part of the reason he always wanted the Epicurean star himself is because it seems to have the ability to get people to consume more food or some of your food. And so the actual item is magical. You'll have to mark this because I don't think I guess I can make maybe I can make a custom item.
Suddenly, Cole has the munchies all the time.
Fellas, when are we gonna stop for our first lunch? I am famished. It's been a whole hour and a half since we last ate.
We've had one breakfast, yes. But what about
And what about second
breakfast?
breakfast?
Okay.
Levinsies? Afternoon tea?
There we go. So you have it, and basically, so what it actually does is it'll give you one charisma ability. You have advantage on all charisma ability checks made to persuade others to consume your food that you make.
You said advantage on that?
Yeah. On persuasion checks for others to consume your food.
Okay.
And then all food you make grant 5 times your proficiency bonus and temporary hit points to any creature that consumes them. For those hit points only last 20 hours though, or until they're depleted, obviously.
Oh, that seems like a good short rest thing. Pick up some food for all of us. We get 15 temp hit points. Heck yeah.
Is there a roll for the temporary hit points?
Nope, it's 5 times your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Thank you.
I assume your proficiency bonus is 3.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's. I'll see if I can make a.
Yeah.
I'll try and make one later. With those stats, so that way you can have it. But like I said, I don't know even if I make the item if it'll up your charisma or if you'll just have to remember that it's +1.
Is it so? The +1 to okay. I must have missed that part. I've got advantage on persuasion checks, to get someone to eat your food, and 5 times your proficiency bonus and temp hit points when you cook for somebody. Is how I phrased
Yeah, and then you have +1 to your charisma ability score.
Oh my god, I'm so charismatic, you guys.
I don't think it adjusts anything quite yet, but it gets you to where you like if you get one more, your charisma modifier goes up 1.
Yeah, so it might be a. It's all about +6 to charisma.
Ooh.
Okay, so you guys get those items, and so you collect those items, and then I assume you're heading back to Toonbron to hand him or give him his.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that's when I can like meet off with my informant. Meet off. Go meet my informant.
Are you taking me with you?
I mean, it would either be that, or you could have went in the night type of thing. Like there's technically a night has passed.
The night. Yeah, he was sneaky. He went in the night. So
Because like everybody went to bed pretty early-ish, so.
You went to go see a lady of the night.
person up there.
But yeah, I went ahead and sent you what they
Yeah, I
found,
read it all.
or what they knew.
Yes, then back to Toonbron.
Okay. So you get back to Toonbron, and he's, for your guy, in getting the Epicurean star, and uh, you know, for your time, and in the adventuring, he kind of takes the star and puts it behind the counter, the fake star, I guess, and puts it behind the counter, but on display. You know, kind of like people do with their first dollar bill made type of thing. You know, he puts it above, right where everybody can see it to show off that he is in fact a good cook.
This
And his
cup is
food is worth
indeed
it.
half full. Not half.
And so he thanks you for your time, and you know, and as I'd mentioned before, business has picked up for a while. It's been a couple of days since the competition, though, so people are starting to file out of the. They're starting to file out town and stuff like that, so it's starting to get less busy every day, but it's still busier than normal for him, but it's starting to be less busy in town in general. Like some of the shops you guys have visited and things of that nature have started to um, go away, like the traveling carts. You you see that Dag has picked up and is no longer where his cart was set up. And just so you see, it's kind of down towards like the competition.
Everyone's just kind of at a table. Mal will like after that, it's just sit there and be like, "All right, last night went and saw a person of the night. You know, my connection. Wanted to find out a little bit more about this crazy island you talked about. Pretty sure I let you guys know that I'd already like contacted this person. Gonna post in D&D. There's what it actually is if you're interested. But Sarkett has spent several weeks exploring, or this is what my informant has told me. Sarkett has spent the last several weeks exploring an experiment inside the Forgotten Shrine on the island. She managed to trigger a low-level magical beacon, causing the strange purple light observed by the sailors. At this point, however, Circuit is in an impasse of sorts. She has already encountered more than one dangerous trap set by them and is unwilling to risk her life further. My informant also let me know that if we get in contact with this person, it seems that they would be willing to take us to the island.
So we gotta find Circuit.
Yes. It looks like we can find them as an option to go to the island.
You know what they look like?
No. I only know their name.
Might be a little hard to find him then.
Just run
I
around
believe
yelling out his name.
the individual might be easy to find too, because it's the only one messing around on the island, or was
Oh.
messing around.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, your contact would have given you like a general idea of where they hang out. So they would have let you know.
This just in, my contact did give me that information.
And they would have told you that they are they generally hang out at the Wandering Snake.
They generally.
Usually when I let my snake wander, it gets in trouble.
Yes, it does. It will continue. Malin looks at the group and says, I think we should just head over to the Wandering Snake unless anyone has anything else they need to pick up. Looks like we're kind of on to our next big thing, huh, guys?
Let's do it.
Let's take a look. Sounds good.
I need to
It's
stop by
in
the
a
potion
book.
vendor.
Sorry.
Going on an adventure.
Somebody said he needed to go to the potion vendor.
Yeah.
Do you want to
He had.
retcon that he did that earlier?
Well,
with them?
he had. He can stop by on the way, or
that?
he went with. When Cole went, talked to him.
Well, I didn't see who
you-
said that.
It was
Uh,
Scat Graham looking for his
Stickers
poison
right now.
potion.
yeah.
Oh, I looked
um,
down and I see you.
Don't you still have one more day for that?
I didn't know how
uh,
far we've gone, so
No, because
We'll
it
do
was
one
the
more
next
day.
night, I believe,
I don't remember.
or the next day. So he had that, or we'll say that anyway. Either way, if it wasn't, I don't have a note of it exactly what the timing was on that.
200 gold for one.
I mean, one day.
Yeah, they only have one.
Okay.
Only one day. It ain't that big of a deal. Make him wait 5 million days next time. Would you wait?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, I got that taken care of then. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay. So you guys head over to the Wandering Snake Inn, and you know it's pretty early on in the day, like maybe a little afternoon. You see. Um, I need to find. Okay. I find. You do see a few people in eating lunch. You happen to see that you had previously seen of people like hovering over that map again. You know, examining it, trying to figure, you know, whatever they're doing. You guys. But they're huddled over that map. And then sorry, I'm trying to open this up. See a few other patrons around. Uh, a ton of as early in the day. Still, you see somebody matching the description given to you, kind of sitting and talking with you know, a couple other people, but you do see her somebody matching Circuit's description, kind of sitting with a couple people in the corner.
Alan would like to walk up to where Sir Ket is and introduce himself. Hi, I'm Alan. I sometimes like to kill things. Not all the time, but you know, sometimes I like to get that. Heard you have a problem on an island, and me and my venturous team might be able to assist you with your problem. If you would be able to take us to the island.
I may be able to help you. What island are you talking about? And what issue are you talking about?
Well, I heard you were playing with some or experimenting inside of a forgotten shrine on Miss Cutter Island and may have gone in over your head?
She kind of looks at you and like brings kind of like, you know, and tells you to like join.
Some of that cut out for me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, she kind of like hushes you, you know, like finger to her lips, and is
Oh,
like,
so like
and
not
then
so
like
loud.
motions you to join her.
I'll join you.
Okay. She just like looks at you. She's like, I'm not sure what you know, um, but yeah, I found some strange things on that island, uh, and I think there's more to it. But me and my friends here don't necessarily have the manpower in order to get further in. You know, I repeatedly trigger that beacon, hoping that somebody would come by, uh, but nobody has so far. So, I mean, if you can help me out here, then yeah, I can help you.
Melon looks at his team and goes, pretty sure we have the man. Now, in terms of helping us, what are you implying?
I mean, as you you know, as you alluded to, and as I know, it's hard to find somebody who will travel out there. I happen to have a boat or access to a boat that I can get us all out there.
Boy,
When you guys find what I'm looking for, I'll take my leave, and you guys can have everything else.
so you're only interested in a particular item.
You could say that.
Interesting. Well, I can't just speak for my group without consulting them first. Give me a moment and let me consult with my group, and I will get right back. Alan will then turn to his group and look at them and go, well,
It seems
think-
mysterious, but I would be down.
I think we can handle it.
What is she looking for? Is it something I might want?
well, Skygram, you can have everything. Well, not you in particular. We can have everything else. But I mean, if it's something you want, I don't know.
I'm gonna
Cross that
kind of
bridge when it
just
comes.
kind of just smirk, and my eyes are gonna dart and not really dart, but scan the room and see the map that I tried to peek at earlier. But when we were in here, the guys all huddled around the table, and my gaze is just gonna be fixated on that as Malon's talking to me.
Okay. Um, I mean,
So-
you're looking at it, but you're like far. You're not getting close or like trying to walk over.
I
Looking at it
know.
from the table.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that
just looking at
correct?
the yeah, I'm just looking at the table, just kind of staring at them, like knowing
I
in my
mean-
head that there's more information on that map than I know. That I just know it has to leave the riches.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of like obviously like not paying any attention to you. Like they're more enthralled by the map itself and trying to figure out whatever they're trying to figure out with it.
What Malin understands, everyone's down for this mission, so we're gonna go for it. He's gonna turn back to Circuit and go, me and my crew are in. Is there anything that we should pick up before going out there? And when do you want to meet up to leave?
I mean, we can meet up early tomorrow. You'll probably want a full day. But I mean, we're going to an isle. There's a lot of let's say, sunken areas in the
The sunken areas have water.
within this temple that we're headed to. So if you
Sunken means water.
have any types of water walking or water breathing stuff of that nature, that's probably going to be your best bet.
Understood. Thank you. Al's gonna turn to his group and say, "Y'all hear that? Maybe some water breathing potions. Not shoes. Scat Graham, stop looking at that map. You're not gonna do anything with it. Stop."
I just like quickly snap, like my neck like just jerks right away and goes, wait, what you talking about? I'm just enjoying the scenery here. What?
We're talking about your water breathing shoes, Scat Graham.
Everyone knows you don't wear shoes. You don't breathe from your feet. Come on, Malin. What kind of idiot you think I am? I just gotta try to play off my previous error, as Malin being the fool and not me now.
So I look to the group and say, "Well, it looks like we have until early tomorrow morning. If what do we want to? Anything we want to do?"
Suppose we should go hit up the potion vendor to see if there's any water breathing potions there.
I'm going to at the table reach in my bag and grab my blanket again that I have back there. Or no, my bubble gum with the eyelash in it. And just right in front of everybody at the table, cast my invisibility spell on myself.
Okay. So you guys all see Scatgram reach into his pocket and then immediately disappears.
Turn to Cole and go, "This is going to be interesting, isn't it?"
Oh yeah, it will be. It'll certainly be something.
And I'm just gonna kind of slink my way through the bar, like just weaving in and out of anybody that's there, and try to wiggle my way back to that table where the map is again, and trying to catch a glimpse of it. See if I can catch anything from it this time without disrupting anybody here.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me.
So this is gonna be a lot of checks.
I mean, you're invisible. So they still can't see you. But it would be what you'll need to do is like a investigation or perception, like trying to see the map itself, because I can see you there, even with this as they're being and like looking around, but they can't. So go ahead and do a perception or investigation. I'll let you. Oh, go ahead.
Can I help with this? My thought was I could have a conversation with Malin, kind of about like tactics, kind of loudly and obnoxiously to draw attention to me, rather than so that Scatgram's less likely to be detected, and maybe give him a little bit more time, whatever it is that he's doing.
They like seem to care about nothing else going. Like they are a group of that's just solely focused on this map.
Right. I'm not, and so like I'm not trying to say something that's going to get their attention. I'm going to talk loudly and obnoxiously so that like someone's like, hey, you should probably shut the fuck up, kind of energy. So I'd like to turn to Malin and just be like, so Malin, I think that next time we're in combat, I want to use my radiant soul to see if I can infuse you with radiant energy while you're using your elemental fifth. Do you think that's something that would actually work? Because if we can try it out that way, you get hit with the moonbeam in the same way. That could really power you up if you could harness our radiant energy. So I've been thinking, here, and I'll like walk over and like start grabbing like condiments from their table, and like, so if you've got these guys, these are our bad guys here, and then you're the malt vinegar, and I'm the ketchup, and we're coming in and just kind of, again, not causing a scene, but just being a
Yeah.
touch rude.
Um. So, like I said, they like you when you go over there and grab the stuff off the
Oh,
table, like
excuse me, I'm gonna just need this for just a moment.
they like all they do is like whenever you come over is they just cover up the map,
Yeah,
and then
I
they
just
like they
I just
don't care that you're taking stuff off their table. They just like want you to leave, and so they just like take everything they have and like hand it to you, so that way you get out of the way. But what I will do is say that Scatgram can make a perception check, and then if he doesn't get the target score on his perception, he can make it again, but it will be a more difficult roll
okay.
because they're distracted for a little bit.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that sounds fair.
21.
Okay.
Hit.
Um.
Perceive.
So as you are looking, um, you start to see a map of Shkeki is what you're seeing there and what they're looking at. But it has like it has a bunch of the towns in it and stuff like that. Um, and it has like X's in like certain areas, and then it has like where those X's are, it has like an arrow pointing down at another place. And then you have another X with an arrow pointing to another X, and like each one of these are like circles, and then there's an X through it, and then the arrow points somewhere else, and then there's another circle, and an X points to it. They and you can see that it none of these lines go directly through any major towns or cities in Shkeki. It always stays on like the outskirts and in the forests, things of that nature. Um, and now there's like some numbers next to each of the circles. You know, like you'll see 3 next to 1, and then 4, 5, 7. Like the highest number you see is a 10. But you just see a bunch of numbers next to each of the circles. And the circle that's currently there that doesn't have an X, so it just has like the line with an arrow pointing to it. Um, so that circle you see is going to be like pretty far west. So what you can from the map and like scale, it looks like it would be like 30 to 40 miles west of um Tegadanes, which is the town that you know is the next closest to the town you're in, and that's like has that 2 mile path or that 2 day potential path from Gigadanes to Tegnadanes that you have to walk on to look for the um, Lord's Alliance quest. But you see it's another like 40-50 miles that way, which means it's another anywhere from 2 to 3 days travel.
Okay. I'm just debating in my head right now if I want to do something here or because that'd be a pain in the ass to trick.
Skycram's really just like, wow, so much. Yes.
Um,
Uh,
and I know it didn't come up a ton, so you guys may not remember it. What I will do is make an insight check.
18.
Okay. So you start to think about it a little bit. And this is similar to the map that Malin found in Wave Echo Cave. Like, it's like the one they found in Wave Echo Cave doesn't seem as complete. But it definitely has like circles and not nearly as much. It's a full map of Shigeki. But you do recall some of those circles and some of like the major towns that are close by the coast are marked on that map.
Yeah, you know the map that Malin remembers he found. What?
All right, I'm gonna just kind of slink my way back out of there and scurry back over to our table. And I assume Malin's sitting there still with his pack on the table still.
What on the table?
You're still sitting there with your items with you.
Your backpack or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna flip open your backpack and start rummaging through there to find our map that you have.
I'm just gonna watch.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
So
I look to Cole and go, look, the invisible man. Like I'm watching him too. Like while he's
yeah.
doing
So if you're not stopping him at all, like you just assume it's him because he's the only one you know that went invisible.
it. You'd be the only thing that just suddenly just got going.
Yeah, and like you're like, well, there's not enough breeze here, so you just kind of like got him, and you're like, "What are you doing, Scott Graham?" And he eventually like this map gets pulled out, and since it's now on his person, it goes invisible again. But you do see that Scott Graham, after looking at the map a little more, that it looks like it's got maybe like 4 less on it, with X's through. Like it's definitely not an updated map. And then based on the numbers you had seen, it like whatever the numbers are, like it was like the first one had a let's see here.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this map on the table in front of the party here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go over to let's see who would have those supplies in their bag. I'm gonna go into and reach into Cole's bag, flip it open, and start rummaging through it, trying to find like a pen or a quill or something like that. So I'm just fumbling through his bag now.
And you're still
Okay.
invisible, right?
Yeah, he's still invisible.
Okay. I gotta react to this, right? Because like there's some really personal shit in that bag.
I guess
But I
I
don't
don't have
know.
personal stuff.
Like, I guess I've been operating off of the premise that I saw Scatgram turn invisible,
You did. You saw him
and
invisible.
and I've been trying to help him with whatever plan he's working on. Can I let's see. Do I have anything that'll
I think you could just stop him, but as soon as he flips it up, if you want,
Just whack me
at
on the
least
head.
attempt to. I'm just gonna go, what the fuck are you doing?
what do you yeah, can I whisper like what do you need?
I need a quill or something. I need something that I can write with. I fear you, the only smart one here, to have something in here.
Let me
I just
see.
I keep trying to look through your bag as I'm doing this.
I'll let's see. I will let's see. What would I have? I pull a- I
You have a diary or a journal?
in character I thought I know I do, but I don't have that in my inventory, so I don't know how, you know, finicky we want to do that. I will
I think if you're playing that you have one on you, you
yeah.
can go. I think you'd have
Okay.
some sort of writing.
Yeah, okay. I will pull out a yeah, just a leather bound portfolio with a bunch of, you know, some loose papers and some bound papers,
Yeah.
and kind um and a kind of a clay pencil, kind of, you know, just a small golf pencil looking thing, and I'll kind of pull it up to the top of adjust my bag, put it at the top there, and then just kind of dangle it suggestively, that would be ripe for any nearby pickpocketers.
I'm gonna jump on the chair next to him, and as I get on the chair, I'm gonna grab the pen from his hands, and then like I'm gonna be squatting on the table, looking over the map, and I'm gonna sit there and try to recreate the circles with numbers and X's on it that I had just seen on our map.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm willing to roll sleight of hand to like palm it to him so that it enters his like invisibility field or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, um, if you guys are, I guess I'll say this much: if you guys are like worried about the other table seeing you do this stuff,
They're not paying
like
attention.
they do not care. If you are worried about like anybody else in the area seeing you, then you can do the sleight of hand check. But if you're only worried about that other table, then there's no need for a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna do the sleight of hand check, not exactly because I'm like afraid of other people, but because I don't know what Scatgram's like on about, like what his macro plan is. But I figure discretion is the better part of valor in this, and so
Okay.
let me. So God willing, let's see. That's gonna be a 10.
Okay. So you like grab it, and I mean you're not like the most stealthy with it. Like it does get to Scatgram, but you're kind of like, what are you looking for? And then you like look through your bag and you grab it out and you just kind of like hold it out there for a second or two because you don't know where he's at, and you just like when you held it out, you just held
put
it
it
in
on
the
the-
wrong hand. Like you
Yeah,
just like put it in the other hand, and then like we're like, here, take it. And so he like has to run over and grab it on the other side. But it does eventually snatch out of your hand.
I'm picturing it. I've got like I'm pulling it out of my bag, and then I like slide it behind my back and kind of wiggle it to like, it's like, here you go, and then you like tap the other side because you can't reach it, and so then I have to go around and like hand it to you with the other hand without looking, and like, yeah, it's enough, but it's not great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like I said, I'm gonna be on the table, kind of hunched over, my ass in the air as I'm recreating this map. And as soon as I get it done, I'm just gonna turn visible right on the table, my ass right in Morning Lord's face.
Why
Boom,
mine?
boom, boom.
As you're
It's not
Yeah.
bare. It's clothed, but I'm just so into making sure I recreate the map.
as you as you are writing it out, you do notice that like um the map that you guys have kind of is at like Tegnadings, whereas their map was more complete. Like whoever drew this map or whoever made this map, that's as far as they got. West was over. So anything beyond that is kind of a crapshoot of like where it actually is for you when you draw it. But you do see and in like in total like the so like the first circle and arrow you draw like a 9 next to, and then it's a 10, and then a 3, and then the last circle that has an X through it is an 8, and then you draw the line to the next circle, which have a number next.
And I just put the pen down and there. That's what they're looking at. And I'm gonna sit there and try to look over myself and trying to piece it together as I just like sit there in front of everybody on the table.
What's this? What's this?
I don't know. Aren't you from here? What the
What's
hell would all
this?
this mean?
I don't know. It's a bunch of circles with numbers next to it.
Is that the newfangled thing I heard of called Sudoku?
Ooh. Is it Sudoku?
So once I get done, I'm gonna slink down back in my chair and sit there and just stare at the map even more, muttering, "Gotta be treasures! Gotta be treasures! Gotta be treasures! Gotta be treasure!"
Why don't you go ask whoever you got this map from what it means?
You think they're gonna just tell me?
You know, we found the map in just Waybucko Cave.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that as Mound because Morning Lord went.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, so you just found the map in a cave?
I believe so.
Well, of course they wouldn't tell you. They're probably gone.
We found a lot of things in caves, particularly the flying skull ones. It was not an easy thing to take care of.
Oh, interesting. Maybe if you fold the map in certain ways, it'll like come together and like the numbers will spell out something or something.
Numbers spelling out things.
You never know. It could be like some like hidden ink trick or something. I don't know.
What do you think this is? Some kind of elven magic?
I don't know. I'm not an elf. Is it elfin magic?
No.
No, I'm pretty sure this is just a plain old map. I mean, the goblin drew circles on it, so
Oh. Wait, so you found this map and it didn't have the circles on it?
It had some circles on it, but looks like Scatgram has added more. Correct?
Well,
That's right.
Just a few.
well, are there any
Well-
circles that are nearby?
Yeah, there are some that are like out of town, like just like not far out of town. But each time a circle's drawn, you see it's probably 50 to 60 miles from the previous
Hail
circle
hydrate.
in one direction or another.
I'm gonna hydrate with soda.
Like the closest one is probably like 10 miles like down the coast, so like south, but along the coast of Gigadanes.
Well, you guys want to go check one of them out and see what's the deal?
Yeah, I think that'd
miles
be
of-
the next logical step. May I have my journal back?
I don't know why it didn't trigger, but
pick it up.
thanks for
off
the
table.
sub,
It looks like I'm about to hand it to you,
Astray.
but I'm gonna like
23 months?
slowly
That's
start
pretty
opening it in front of
crazy.
Okay.
and I'm gonna just start looking at it, and I'm just gonna look at it Not even
Whoa,
reading.
there it
just,
is.
Dear diary. And I'm just gonna start rattling off random crap that's not even in it out loud on the table in front of everybody.
I guess that works.
Okay.
Must be
Make a
slow response or
deception check.
something.
11.
Okay. Anybody who wants to can make an insight check.
Me.
I'm not
I want to
Skycam,
insight.
I'm not entirely sure where you're getting all that bullshit from, but it certainly isn't my journal.
I am not very insightful.
Goblin shite.
So obviously Cole knows what's in there. You won't have to make that insight check. Like you know what's in there. So you know that like it's very clearly made up. Malin and Matavius, you guys are both also just like, yeah, I don't really know what he's doing right now. Just like making shit up. Morning Lord, you're like, oh my god, he's revealing cool secrets. And Felidor, you're just kind of on the fence about like what's going on. You're like, I don't know, it sounds like it's plausible, but I'm not 100% sure.
Sorry, is it plausible? Is that your assessment? I swear. Give me that. I'll grab the.
You know, anything is possible.
Yeah, Morning Lord fully believes everything that Snackram's saying.
I'm just gonna start chuckling and laughing and just like looking
Well-
hysterical and pointing at Morning Lords like, you actually believe me?
Oh, no, I did not bed that many women in a single night, Morning Lord. It's not quite how I roll.
Been more impressive if you'd have said you did.
I understand that.
Oh, I was gonna ask you for some tips.
I would I would be at a loss, I'll say.
Use just the tip.
Oh, just the tip, eh?
I'm so ecstatic that we're having this conversation right now. Nothing more I could ask for.
I'll make sure you get it back, and I'll just kind of sit there and
Thank you.
just keep chuckling to myself about
Yeah,
what I just
for-
did.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Malon's gonna stand up, look at the map, and go, "Gotta even have that? Crazy world." Look at Droop and go, "We're gonna go train," and he's dipping.
Okay. So Droop follows you. And if you're gonna go train, go ahead. Where are we at? He has 4 successes. So go ahead. You'll need to make a DC 11 Wisdom.
Dum. Whoops. God fucking God damn it.
Let's see if Scat Guy made it. Scat Guy or not would not have made it either. So
Really?
you're both goblins. I just forget about.
I hate it here. You wonder why. You wonder why I
Hey.
do the things I do. This is why.
guys, Droop has a nice hat. Remember that. He also has a very nice necklace and a dope, well, semi-dope belt
yeah.
buckle.
That reminds me, I gotta put my goggles in here.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's an actual magic item. I don't know if you ever actually identified them.
I was gonna put goggles. Let me see it further.
What are they?
Dark vision.
But isn't it like a
Goggles of night.
Yeah, goggles of night is what they're actually called. So you add them. You haven't identified them yet as goggles of night, but that's what they do. So just for simplicity's sake, you can add those.
All right,
So
there you go. I just put a
now-
note to myself that it needs to be identified.
Nice.
Ooh, my dark vision's fucking amazing.
So what are you guys doing?
I think we're looking
Uh,
at the map and trying to figure out which of the circles on it to investigate, right? Or did I miss something on that?
Well, I think it said the closest one was 10 miles southwest on the
yeah, and don't we have to meet Circuit tonight?
tomorrow.
morning.
In the morning, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so that's probably not a both and situation. Maybe we just take a long rest and meet Circuit and save this for later.
Yeah, 'cause you know that like the 20-mile round trip there and back
Yeah, that's a lot.
about travel. And that's less anything you guys find along the way, if anything is found. So that would be like the fastest you guys would do it would be about a day's travel.
Boat, 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 boat. Sorry.
So you guys are all just gonna go to bed for the night, and then
Yeah, we had a great day training. Lying to everyone if I see them. Like I just feel like I walk back into the inn and I'm like I know it was a horrible day, but if I see anyone, I'm just like, yeah, we had a great day. It was great. Drew learning, so knowledgeable. We're great, and I just go to the room and fall asleep. I don't want to deal
Okay.
with it.
So if anybody needs to, you can take a long rest. And then so you, if there's anything else you guys wanted to do, let me know. But otherwise, I'm just gonna skip forward.
You mentioned the potion shop, Morning Lord. Did you actually want to go there to see if they had a water breathing potion or anything?
yeah. Let's do that real quick.
We could do that on our way down there, down to the boat in the morning.
That works for me.
To the potion shop and then the boat.
Okay. So you head to the to Sill's shop, and you greet her, and so you guys are asking about potion of water breathing.
Yes.
That was the one. Yeah.
Okay. She says that and she goes and pulls out a couple of them. She pulls out two and is like, "Well, you guys have been good customers to me so far since you've been in town. So how about 150 gold pieces each?"
I'll take one. Let's see. So I go down.
Take one if I
You
can.
You said 150?
Yep.
It's that advanced potion. Reasonable for
It's 150.
smells and see.
So it'd be 15 platinum pieces, or
I
any
have
combination.
474 gold.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have a ton of gold right now, so.
Theoretically.
Some of us more than others.
Skycram, say that out loud.
Yeah, I did.
So I keep paying you to come on missions.
Or we just sweet talk deals.
Let's see if there's a potion of water breathing. It is. Nice.
Okay, and so
Elidor and Morning Lord bought the 2, correct?
yeah.
Okay.
What does this do? You can breathe underwater for an hour. Cool.
Uh,
Isn't a potion of water walking? Was that what the other thing she was mentioning?
she did mention it.
Is that a thing?
Well, she said anything, not necessarily potion of water walking, but she said like
Oh.
water
so
walking magical items or potions, or like water breathing. Water walking or water breathing will be helpful potentially.
I don't think I could afford that. I'm not interested in anything else. Malin would like to thank her and just be like, on our way to the boat.
Well, thank you for your patronage again.
Nobody else needed anything, right?
Nope. I didn't. I don't think so, anyways. We're going on a boat.
Um. So you guys,
Shadingy.
Ow.
So you all step on this boat and it starts to sink.
Oh no, I take my potion of water breathing so I don't die.
You're still at the dock.
Oh.
I'm on a boat and I'm going fast and
okay. Um. So, uh, Circuit, gets the boat ready, and has you guys get on the boat too.
It's not sinking, is it?
No.
Okay.
And she just goes, we'll be approaching from the south, but as it's an isle, we can make our way around any area you want. Um, which uh, which way would you like to approach it from?
Would we know that?
Uh, I mean, she's just asking which way you want to. Like, she hasn't. I mean, you haven't.
Is there a side
So
that
there's
is
no
better
reason
to
that we
get
would
to the?
know.
No, there's no reason that you would know of where else you may approach from, or like what the layout. Nobody's asked.
Well, are we going to go check out the temple? So whatever side that's closest to the temple would probably be the best way to approach it, right?
Um,
Sir Cat, where is the temple at? That was a lot of broken thoughts.
she goes. I mean it's gonna be the southeast side is going to be the most direct path to enter the sea caves. Otherwise, we can enter from any direction you guys would like, but that would be the most direct route.
Southeast sounds amazing.
What path would we take to put hair on our chest?
Sounds like the southeast. Good.
I mean, if you're looking for potential trouble as we approach, the northern side of the northern side is probably going to be the issues there, and that'd be
Oh.
either the northwest or the northeast.
Like, what kind of issues? Just like ready to rumble and get down with some fish people, or is there like people that need help? What's going on the
I
north
haven't-
side?
And the island, as far as we've been able to determine, is a kind of in. People live somewhere where the strange things that are happening. There's water. It is in the waters up on the northwest side of the isle. And just some smaller things on the northeast, but it seems as though that's kind of where ships end up crashing at, is up there.
Well, do we want to check out the temple first, or go investigate why the ships are disappearing?
Southeast.
Well, that's one vote for the temple.
I would also say the temple is probably the best place to start. I feel like
let's go to the temple.
something tells me one's going to lead to the other.
Well, southeast it is.
So you guys take about a half a day's travel by boat up towards the up to the southeast area, and you see the seas start to approach. Secret kind of let you know that she and her buddies will be following behind. They're not going to get involved in anything, but they'll be behind you guys, ready to leave if needed. But you
Like the scientists, or the muscle.
So you do, as you approach, seawater has gathered here to form a large but shallow tidal pool. Colorful fish dart here and there, and then two large outcroppings of rocks extend above the water line. To the west, water swiftly rushes in and out of at least one of the cave openings. And then a long sea arch can be seen extending towards the ocean to the north. So you guys kind of dock there, and she lets you off, and I think this is slightly off, but I couldn't find a better map, so
Where'd we go?
To the bottom.
to the bottom. You guys, I'll reveal a little bit more. Um, to the north, you see kind of an more open area, and then the west, you see another open area with a path leading it's kind of northwesterly, and then you see that the pool is getting a little covered, or sorry, in just north of you, that darker gray area is like low tide where it's getting covered in water currently.
Where we going, boys?
I got a black screen still on the map. I can't. It's still loading. It says.
Apparently,
Y'all should
Scapgram got
be
lost.
in the
Try,
map.
yeah, try zooming out. I had the same thing and was staring at a.
Oh no, I mean like my screen still has the roll 20 at the top, loading, gathering
Never-
steam.
Oh,
I say we blindfold Scatgram, spin him around 10 times, then follow him.
Also, so you know, too, the each of these squares is so you guys can't back up on us.
Okay.
you were cutting
Sorry,
out. I didn't get that.
You said they're 10 feet squares? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'd say let's start looking at let's start investigating north of here. See what's up in that little rock formation that we can see up ahead.
Go up by that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I guess I'll go first. Hi ho. Hi ho.
I'll
To the rock
I'll go with,
formation we go.
Well,
I'll go with Morning Lord.
Tell me when to stop. Okay, I'm going. I'm at the rock formation.
okay.
All right.
So, an enormous net CR. Um, which you guys can see, and then you guys can see down into here a little better. So you see it stretches towards the ocean here. The apparent roll results of waves wearing away the headland in the waters. At the bottom of the arch stands a massive statue, pitted gray stones, nearly 18 feet in height, but tilted at an angle. The lower portion of the statue is covered with barnacles, but the statue appears to depict a sealed being with a forked tail, which is toward the sea menacingly with two clawed appendages. The statue is missing and broken away by the elements.
You said it's low tide right now. About how deep is the water?
The low tide water get to be about like 5 feet deep.
All right.
At the deepest points.
I'm gonna go out and check out this statue. I'm gonna go out, and then I'm going to investigate it by touching it and rubbing it and seeing if there's any sort of information I can glean from it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'd like to cast guidance on it before we do that.
Don't worry
well.
about that.
Well, it's a cantrip, so
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a statue.
I would like to relay that information.
Yes.
Feels hard in your hands.
in quite the insight. Insight. Do we have how much time do we have to sit here for a moment? If we've got 10 minutes, I could cast I could cast a ritual, detect magic, or identify on it. But that we might not have enough time for take that long of a break.
You said Sir Cat is staying like back. Is she like within talking distance, or is she like not in that close?
She's like staying on the boat until
Oh, okay.
until she like you guys basically either come get her to let her
So we give her,
know
like, the all
or
clear.
yeah, but she's like not willing to go further than what she's already explored.
Understood. Okay. Sorry, go ahead. I was wanting to better understand that.
I mean, I don't know if we're in like a huge hurry. I'm always down for a good ritual.
We only got to worry about tide, right?
So what do we, if that's the case, then what do we should I do? Identify or detect magic? I guess. Hold on. Let me read identify. Object that you must touch. If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its property, how to use it, and whether it requires attunement for use. How many charges? If you touch a creature, learn what cells are currently, if any, are currently affecting it. How long does? Up to 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll ritual cast detect magic. That probably makes the most sense because that'll carry forward for the next 30 minutes. I'll be able, or 10 minutes, excuse me. So if we hang out, we kind of, make ourselves comfortable. I will do my little ritual casting and ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. You don't see anything or like feel anything in your immediate vicinity.
Okay, so there's no magic aura around the statue or anything.
Nope.
Fellows, it's just a mundane statue. But I'll keep my eyes up and keep an eye out for anything else magical that we might come across. I can keep it up for about 10 minutes, and that should be hopefully helpful for us later on down the road, if not here. But I think it's just a statue, and I'll go on and kind of rap on it with my fingers, kind of tap tap tap.
That's what I said.
And it appears you are correct. I should learn to trust your instincts.
It's just a stone statue, nothing else on it.
Yeah, I mean, anybody else who's there can make an investigation check if you would like.
I just want to see if there's anything like that I could, swipe from it. 17.
Okay.
Just a statue.
Yeah. I mean, like you don't really notice that it's just pretty much a statue, but like you're kind of looking around, and you notice the cliff above you, has kind of like a platform, on it, and so it looks like somebody or something actually pushed off of the top. So like stood up at the top of this hill about 120 feet up, and then was pushed off from there.
Is there anything underneath it? Do I see like an arm or a leg hanging out underneath the statue?
There's some barnacles.
Under the thing, it's no.
Like it's
You don't see anything.
Wily
It's
Coyote
just
did.
nope. It's just
I just want to look up and just point up to that cliff edge where I assume it fell down from, and just it could have fell.
No, that's true, Skygram. Sir Cat did mention that she set off one of those traps that are set by the Kopura. This might be the trap.
Now that I think about it, if there's more traps in here, maybe we should have the rogue go first.
I vote yes.
Just gonna sit here and like look at you, all my jaw just dropping and go like, well, why me first?
You know how to find traps and disarm them, right?
It's so you can see all the treasure first, Scat Graham.
Also, that, if you go up there and you swipe all the good stuff before we get there, how are we gonna know that you took the good stuff?
I'm gonna, at the risk of a touch of self-aggrandizement, I'm gonna recommend that I take point for a chunk of this, because at least for the next 10 minutes, because if the traps are magical in nature, I should be able to spot them lickety split.
I guess that's fair.
I guess the
I'll
question
go
now is
second.
just onward in what direction? Should we go
I'm
towards the statue?
yeah. Let's go deeper into the west here.
Oh.
I can't quite make it out. It's a little bit far, but there seems to be a passage or something off in the corner that it looks like it's connecting to something else. I'd like to go check that out personally.
So is this a little dry spot? Basically a little island?
That's like
It'll obviously get covered once it, goes up higher, but it's kind of a little more dry.
it'd be more of like a pillar. Like it's
okay.
just like like the
It's a wall.
is
basically.
forming around. It goes up to the sea. It's not really a dry.
Cool. Yeah.
But most of you guys will walk through, I believe, because I think most of you guys are above 5 foot, right?
Nope.
But like especially towards this like deeper part, because that's like the darker gray gets even deeper. You'll definitely be swimming.
Droop, stay on the boat.
Okay, so you're telling Droop to stay on the boat?
Yes, because I don't think I want to deal with him.
Okay,
Especially
so
'cause he's under 5 foot, right?
Yes, he is.
He's gonna have to swim the whole time. Yeah, I don't want to just have to think about.
So anybody who's over 5 foot is able to wade through it, no problem, until you get to the deeper part. Because the deeper part can get up to like 20 feet deep in the water.
Dang, I was hoping you'd say like 7 feet and then be like, ha ha!
No, I mean like it's like if you've ever been to like a beach, and you like immediately feel like you're walking through like pretty shallow water, and then all of a sudden there's like an immediate drop off where it like drops down an extra couple feet. That's
Gotcha.
what that break is. Like it's going from like 5 to like instant 8 feet deep.
Oh, it only went down 5 feet. Oh nope, that's all the way down.
So you guys would all be swimming in like this in the dark more than, because like 8 feet ish is probably the shallow, the most shallow it gets.
So from my understanding, we're going up to kind of like this point, but Cole's up front, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gakram, do you
How
need somebody
tall are
to
you?
carry you?
I can waddle my way through this. This is nothing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get there and start fighting my way through this water.
Yeah, I mean you're definitely slower to all, because like when you have to swim, your swim speed is half your regular movement. It's basically just difficult terrain. But you definitely do. As you guys like approach this area that you were talking about, I mean, like you start to see deeper. Like you do see that it gets back to being shallower, and then you see this little outcropping to the south.
Shall we swim through the area?
So do we want to go straight through, guys, or do we want to check out this outcropping quick?
Outcropping.
Yeah, let's take a look at the outcropping. Look here.
Okay. So you are able to pull up there, and the narrow passages rise slightly, making a tight bend. And as you see it, and you go down there. I assume somebody's going down there.
Yeah, I'll go down there.
It makes a tight bend and comes to an abrupt end. Set into the wall here is a jawless human skull with red gems in its eye sockets. In the wall behind the skull are four seashells, each covered with a layer of dust. Scratch marks of some type are barely visible on the walls to the left and the right.
Anything magical about them?
Let me check here.
Does anybody know how to use the 3 seashells?
Gross.
I know a game we can play 3 seashells.
I don't know if
It's a
I
high
trust the
roll.
game. You want to be
I
slapped
knew
in the
this. I
face
knew
by a
this lady
fish?
named Shell.
I mean, that's acceptable.
She would shells down by the seashore.
Are there any fish in this area?
I haven't really seen anything.
Okay.
Yet.
So, no slapping Scatgram in the face with a fish quite yet.
You don't see anything.
These
that
seem
is-
mundane as well, fellas.
Should we check it for a trap or no trap? We take the gems.
Yeah, I don't think there's any harm in that. Let's take a look and see if it's dropped.
Did all of the seashells have scratch marks on them, or just certain ones?
Was just the left and to the right of the skull, right?
So scratch marks of some type are barely visible on the walls to the left and right.
Oh, it's in
The shells just had
Yeah.
just
In
look like
the-
normal shells.
Yeah, in the wall below the skull are four seashells, each by a layer of dust. Scratch marks of some type are barely visible on the wall to the left and right.
What would I use to check for, or how would I check for a trap? That'd be like perception. I guess I would want to check to see if there's a trap on the skull's eyes, so I can take the gems. You said there were gems, right?
Mhm.
Right. That's what I'd want to do.
Okay. Yeah, looking at the gem, you don't see anything that would be a trap with the skull like looking around it.
Jurors. Malin takes Malin will grab the skull. Look at it. I mean, he's gonna take the gems as a group. What kind of gems are there? Is it a skull? Am I cursed now?
So you take the gems
Yes.
or attempt to anyway? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna attempt to take the gem.
you're able to pop out the red gems, and they're just like small rubies.
Ooh, small. Okay.
Can I
I'm guessing they were
go?
eye sockets.
What?
Or are they just in the eyes?
Yeah, they're just in the eyes.
Okay.
Can I touch the seashell that's by the scratch marks?
Um, Okay, so you're wanting to touch the that's close, because there's some on either side, the left, right.
Let's go with the right side.
Okay. Um. One second here.
Skull starts laughing. You have unleashed a lich.
Oh man. Good thing I got my trusty mace with me.
Okay. So you press the furthest one to the right. Or you touch it and you see that it does when you like kind of like go over it, that it does move. Like obviously like you're getting dust off of it. But it does seem as though it can be pressed in.
I press it.
Okay. So you press the fourth one from the left. So left to right, you're pressing the fourth one, and immediately from the ceiling drops a like a block, a square block. I'm just gonna roll for randomly since there's 6 of you. 2 of you will be in this area. And we're just gonna go based. Characters are set up. So Cole's 1. Cole's 1. Matavius is 2. Malin is 3. Morning Lord is 4. Felidor Scatgram 6. So I need Matavius and Felidor to make dexterity saving throws.
And Morning Lord out here trying to kill people.
I got a 10.
Okay. So you so Matavius is able to jump out of the way almost completely in time. It is just barely, he's just barely slow. So he takes 6 bludgeoning damage. Whereas Felidor, you do not move out in time, and this stone catches you, and you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And then as soon as you press it in,
Ouchies.
so you like press this in, and it locked for a second, and then as soon as this platform fell, you it depressed again, so it like reset.
I'm gonna go, apparently I do not know how to work these seashells.
Seems like there's a trap.
I feel like there's a code here. Should I push the one that's farthest to the left?
Is the code 123456789?
That's the code I use on my luggage. How'd you know?
Just push buttons.
Okay, I'm gonna press down the one that's farthest to the left.
Uh,
Number 1.
Okay, so farthest to the left.
Yes.
I'm just doing some rolls here. Okay, so you press the one furthest to the left, and it locks for a second, and then another stone falls from the ceiling. This one is going to be Cole and Lord need to make dexterity saves. DC 16.
Ooh. Nope.
Okay, so you guys
Our party dies before we fight any
both
monster.
both take. Oh god, this dice is covered 14 bludgeoning
Okay.
damage.
All right, guys. So we see 2 stones fall down. That means the ones in the middle won't have any stones fall down, right? I mean, logically.
I am
don't think-
confident in you making that decision from over here, and I'm gonna like try to get away.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, if
But
you
press
don't
the
think
button.
that's how it works, then you can go over by where Cole is.
No, I just don't think that's how it works. But press the button.
Like the stones are trying to hunt for us.
All right, is everybody
Which so Cole, you're moving, is that correct?
Yeah, actually, and probably I'd actually move
We're in
probably like here.
right?
So you're like, well, you guys are down here in this whoops.
Oh, right,
You guys
right.
are, yeah,
Okay.
you guys are like down in here.
Yeah, so
Um,
I'm gonna I'll move to the the edge of the tunnel. All
Okay,
right,
so you're moving to the edge of the tunnel. Okay.
go for it. I have the utmost confidence in you.
all right.
Number
Yeah,
3.
Anybody else want to move?
Nope.
All right, I'm pressing number 3.
And boom goes the dynamite.
You're pressing 3.
Correct.
Okay, so it locks for a second, and then I need Malin and Scatgram to make saving throws for me.
Dexterity?
Yes, dexterity saving throws.
You fucking joking me?
25.
So Scatgram jumps out and just has a slight glancing blow, takes 1 damage. And Malin is not able to move out of the way and takes 18 bludgeoning.
At this point, I'm getting irritated with Morning Lord here, and I'm just gonna push him out of the way and look at these things and try to figure it out myself by looking at these shells going on. What's going on with them?
Hey, man, we only got to
Okay.
press 1 left. Do number 2.
And then more rocks to fall on us? I don't think so. And as I said, I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna casually start leaning back and bump into number 2 with my elbow.
Okay. So you press number 2, and it like clicks and locks, and nothing happens. It just stays locked in.
See, you just had to have me do the work, and it would have been fine. No.
2, 4,
Oh.
1, 3.
So it's like a puzzle where we got to figure out the combination.
Also, I guess I will ask: is anybody else? Cole had stated he's moving. Is anybody else moving after these things fall on them? Like, obviously, it sounds like Scatgram and Morning Lord are moving up towards the axles. Anybody else move, like, with Cole?
I'm gonna move over to. I'll move to where Cole is.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Cole and be like, "My head hurts."
I'll move on the
Yeah,
other side.
I feel you on that.
Okay.
I'm not moving. I'm brave.
Okay. So, Matavius and Matavius, Cole, and Malin all moved. Felidor, Morning Lord, and Scatgram stayed to investigate this some more.
Scatgram, do you still have that map? Was there like numbers on it?
That Malin has the map. I just grabbed it from him real quick to draw on it.
Oh. Do you know if the numbers were just like 1, 2, 3, 4, or if there was like higher numbers?
It went up to 9. I saw in there. I think 10 was what they were doing next.
I don't think that has anything to do with this. Do you want? We should investigate this room to see if we can find anything that would, give us an idea of what the number combination is. I would like to look at the scratches on the left-hand side.
Uh, make an investigation.
Can I not roll anything?
So you look at it and they're like, I mean, they're pretty light, and there's some like dust like filling them in a little bit more too. So it looks like it may have been a while before, a while since anybody made these marks. So you can't really see anything.
Don't you others two want to look at this? I can't see crap.
Yeah, I'll take a look and look at the scratches and try to. I guess the buttons is what's got me going here and thinking. There's no wires or anything like that coming from the shells. There's just buttons.
No, yeah, it's just that when you hit to it locked in.
And that's the only one that's still locked in.
Mm-hmm. You guys haven't hit anything since that one's been locked in.
I want to take a look and see if I can identify like anything in the scratches, like any kind of numerical pattern in them, or anything on the wall that would numbers scratched in it by chance.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Oh, he's investigating.
Oh, jeez.
You don't think either. It's like these are so hard to decipher and so hard to see.
He says, "How many more shells left? 2?
3. You've hit the second shell, and that's it.
Well, it's up to you, Felidor. Tell me what your Elvis see.
See shit. But let's I'm gonna take a look and see if I recognize the shells. Like maybe there's some kind of animal that I know of. Maybe that's a clue.
Sure. Go ahead and make a nature check.
Yeah, that's a fail.
You have never seen these shells in your life. This is a very unknown. I mean, you're more of like a like a tree druid. You're not really a sea druid, so you're not familiar with a ton of sea animals.
Well, guys, the only thing I can tell about these shells is I'm not even sure they're shells. They're just on the wall.
Now, how far away from the buttons are these rocks falling?
I mean, the first one that fell. I mean, like, for lack of a better, description. If you are on the shells, what would it be? V would hit you, or the second one that fell, I should say.
What if I'm 10 feet away?
I mean, you saw that like everybody was like in the area and was getting hit. So there's like very few areas that you can go that would. Like you did notice like one area specifically that you may be able to see for nothing. But you've every time you failed, a rubble or these like platforms essentially have fallen from a different place. So based on where the stuff has fallen, you found it. There is an area, like 10 feet away that you could stand, but you don't know if something will fall there too.
Yeah, I want to move to this magical area that hasn't been hit yet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get my daggers out of my side pockets and just kind of twirl them in my hand. Well, I can try hitting the buttons from here.
Is it big enough for the Morning Lord to also stand in this magical spot?
Yeah, you guys like each of these platforms are about like a 10-foot, like it would cover one of these squares, so it's like a 10-foot by 10-foot square. And so you can each one of these covers that area, so you guys can find an area where it hasn't hit yet, but you don't know what'll happen if anything else if they're wrong again. there is enough room a number of you to stand there.
Do we keep trying to push the buttons, or do we just walk away from?
I think we've tried to figure this out. It's only 4 buttons. How hard could it be?
We tried. I don't know, hitting them all at once.
And I recognize nothing of this trap thanks to my genius one. God damn it!
Alan just yells out 2, 4, 3, 1.
All right, let's do
You wanna
it.
guess it? I grab my dagger and I want to chuck it at the 4th shell.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
God damn it! I knew you were gonna do that to me. Roll the hit.
Just so you know, Malin yelled this. just
13.
to make-
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say the DC is the target. So, hit it. And you hit what?
Number 4.
Okay. So number 4 clicks in, and then a platform drops from each of the places that had previously fallen. So, Scatgram and Morning Lord, you guys had moved out of the way. Felidor, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy, this could be bad.
Alright.
Oh.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
Well then. After that, I'm
and,
gonna move out of the way.
and then all of the shells reset.
All right, I'm gonna go up and press number 2.
Okay, it locks in.
All right, so it's not 4, it's 1 or 3. We got a 50-50 chance. I'm going to press 3.
So you press it in, and it locks for a second, and then 3 of another platform from each of them fall. Morning Lord, since you move, you're the only one who will have to make the dexterity saving throw.
All right, we got this, baby. Yeah! Nat 20!
You're kind of prepared for it, so you take a glancing blow of 3 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then the shells reset.
All right, now I press 2.
Okay, it locks in.
I press 1.
It also locks in.
I press 4.
It locks in.
Then I press 3.
It locks in.
Whoa! Yeah!
And then in the back of this dead end area, it raises, and you see a bunch of a battered wooden box tucked inside this.
I gotta open the
Go back
box.
Where like Cole and us are, or up by where he is?
What's in the box?
It's up
What's in
by the end where the
box?
shells are.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna run and I'm gonna grab his hand, and before he can open it, look at him and go, "Let me look at this thing real quick here. I don't trust anything here now." I want to inspect it to make sure it's not booby trapped as well.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yeah, I see nothing.
Yeah, this looks fine to you. Totally fine.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm like, it looks pretty safe. And as I say that, I'm gonna just kind of back away from it.
I just shrug my shoulders and open it.
Okay. Yeah, you open, and then you just see like home set with a mother of pearl handle, then lock, a hand painted fan with glass crystals, curved dagger with a pommel set with amethyst, and then a necklace twisted with silver chains, and then a set of gold earrings.
All right, I got to the curved dagger. This is a curved dagger with what?
I'll just copy paste them in there for you.
Oh, okay. Guys, I found treasure.
And how long did it take us to deactivate this trap now?
It took a while. Let's see. I'm on a roll. I'll roll a roll for it. See how long it took you guys. It took you about 14 minutes.
Okay.
That was my idea.
Well,
I'm gonna still grab him. I'm gonna take him to Cole and go. What are these things? Come on. You cast that spell earlier. I can tell you this magic shit, right? Let's go.
we've been working on this for like 15 minutes. My detect magic skill has worn off.
Oh, come on.
Do you want to sit here for another 10 minutes while I cast identify on these things, or do we want to move on and we can
Put on the couch.
or we can figure it out later? I don't think this is of the essence at the moment. I promise you. I promise you I cast identify the moment we are we have a moment's rest.
I just kind of look at you with like the look of a child that you just kicked their dog in front of them.
Jesus Christ.
Just heartbroken that you are rejecting me from knowing if these items are special or not.
They're special to you, and that's what's important.
I kind of just slink back. Fine, let's just go then.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Does anybody need healing? Does anybody else need?
Could use a little help.
That was Malin.
Okay.
Malin,
I can heal
Malin's
myself.
head hurts at least 50% of his life.
Okay. I will cast Cure Wounds on Malin.
Something tells me we're gonna find this fucking puzzle clue.
We're gonna
Malin,
get to the big boss of this
you can
area.
heal. You can heal 24 points of damage.
Okay.
And then Morning Lord, you said you needed some healing?
Yeah.
All right, I will let me
even
pull up
value.
my thing.
Yeah, that's the estimated value if you guys had to guess.
My rubies are priceless, I know.
Yeah, they're not going to be worth like full-size rubies because
Yeah, because they're priceless, I know.
Spells.
they're definitely
Use a level 2 cure wounds on myself.
You said as far as I know, right?
I'll burn
Yeah.
3 of my healing lights on Morning Lord.
Morning.
So
So I get healed for 16?
No,
no.
Photo
Oh.
was killing himself.
3d6.
That was me.
You can heal 11 damage.
Okay.
And I'll use one more on myself. And I'll take 4.
Why do traps hurt so much?
All right.
You got the hardest problem with like the simplest stuff. Like,
Yep.
I literally
Dungeons and Dragons for you.
What's funny too is like there's 4 shells and they don't tell you what order to put them in, so I just like randomly rolled to put them in an order. And you guys, the first 2, it was the last one both times. Rest.
So great. Onward! As I grab my head, because it still hurts. Well, I'm good, but it hurts.
So you guys are headed out of this area,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
then
you gotta let me know. Were the scratches like the key to the puzzle?
it doesn't really say in here. They
Oh.
are.
I think it's just
I was.
supposed to be
I
like,
said. Had a successful investigation check, I would have given you a hint.
Well,
Oh.
I read the
Dum-dums.
scratches more as like they pressed the button and then they got hit in the head and like grabbed the wall as they were like dying. So that's why it was scratched or some bullshit. I don't know. That's what I thought. I want to move over here. Since I guess Bull ain't gonna lead the way anymore because his magic fishy is gone. I'll lead for a moment until I die. Ooh, what's up this way? Oh, it's a shot.
Okay. So, you walk into so this passage leads to a series of flooded caves, and the floor ahead slopes down sharply into the water, where tiny fish flit around, pale white anemones.
Was that it?
Yep.
Are do the fish appear friendly?
Yeah, the fish are just
like
like
little
really
fish?
small. They're
Like
like
minnows.
tadpoles at best. Yeah.
Okay. Is this something?
No, that's where I covered up the numbers that it had there to like tell you guys
okay.
what the section
Alright.
is, because they didn't have a better map.
Can I attempt to catch a fish?
They're really tiny.
Sure.
What would you like me to roll?
Survival
Athletics?
or sleight of hand.
Understand how small they are?
I got an 8.
No.
Did I catch one?
You not.
Aw.
I don't know if you've ever actually tried to like catch minnows.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a real
with your
pain in the
hand?
butt.
Yeah, like with your hand, like, but you just like keep pushing your hand in the water, and then like they just spread out, like touch the water.
I'm trying to save you.
And so you're unable to catch it.
Did they take away your bunny when you were little?
They
I'm gonna-
take away my bunny?
Yeah, when you were
No, I was kicked out of the village.
you don't get the reference. Wait, was it a bunny that he pets too hard? Or was it a rat?
I think it's a bunny.
What is this reference to?
Of Mice and Men, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, he pets the bunny too hard, causes it
Oh.
to die.
All I remember is the
That's what I
ending
was
of
kind
that
of getting
book.
the vision of, like you just sticking your hand in the water, like not even really going to grab you, just goddamn fish. Sorry, I'm gonna go up to here where it looks like it gets deeper. And I want to look that way.
Which way?
I think here is this where it gets deeper.
Yeah, it starts to get a little deeper there.
I want to kind of like look to see where that kind of goes.
Yeah. So it's kind of like curving around, or like you can kind of see this area. Like you may not be able to see like here.
It looks
fully,
like it just kind of keeps going on, guys.
but yeah, it keeps going.
What about going south? You think there's something down that way? As I point in this direction?
So we're gonna check here quick.
Yes.
See what we can kind of peek at.
So you see a path headed south. Wordly, this watery passage switches but remains roughly soft sand, covered by water underfoot. The rough walls pull close to dancing light show created by sunlight flittering down the narrow passages, shadow and light combining to make a light.
Shadow and light were combining to make what?
Just like a like a kaleidoscope style effect where it's just like every time you like move past some, if you like walk down it, you can tell that like if something is like, I guess like you're covering it up, and it just like makes a pretty effect. Like it's not of significance that you can tell because it's just like the light and shadows working together.
It just kind of looks like it heads upwards to where there be light.
I suppose the next part is to go where it's real deep in the water, or we can go back and try to check out what it's like on land.
We just keep going in the water, right?
Isn't there like some land area right here that we didn't explore? We could go up that way instead of going in the deeper water.
Personally, I'm partial to staying as dry as possible. Um, so I vote for the land. If that's viable.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, which way are you guys headed?
I guess they're
So
going
south.
back to where we came. So
Okay, but you're headed back through this through this area.
yeah,
Okay.
something happened.
No, you guys have been through.
Hey, Scatgram, do you want to be the lead? There might be some more of that tasty, tasty treasure out there. We already found one box full.
I suppose I'm gonna slowly kind of just edge around the statue here and kind of look from here, try to look down that pathway to the west.
Okay, so looking around, you a little further north, you do see, and then down this path, you kind of see it starts to open up.
Do we want to stay on the shore here or go inland?
Let's stay on the shore for now.
I'm gonna kind of sneak over here to the wall and kind of hug it and peer up the stairway.
You look up the airway. A feature first, but it does reveal itself as a narrow staircase. Steps hewn from the rock and partially covered with blown sand leading upwards.
I'm gonna come up here and look northway then too, because I don't see anything I can.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
9.
Okay.
The +5, I got a freaking 9.
So as you go northward, you don't really see much else. It's just mostly the stairs that you see.
Well, there's stairs that seem to go nowhere up here. That's about it for on shore.
Oh, can I go up the stairs to nowhere?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going up.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Come on, big rolls. I guess that's better than nothing.
You don't really see anything.
Like all the way up?
No, like going up, you don't see anything. At the very top, you do see like a small altar. And you can kind of see two jagged tongues of a rock to the south out over the sea. But it's just kind of unremarkable overall, anything that you can see up there.
Can I investigate the tongues to see if they move or anything?
Oh, sorry, that's like an outcropping, like they're looking southward, because you're like up at the top,
Oh.
and so you're like also looking around, and this is, you this is where the statue was. Look around and you see that
Oh,
where the
so
statue platform was, and then like you can just see south. You see another like overhang similar to like this where the statue was.
so apparently this was where the statue was originally.
Um,
I tell the party.
so as you're coming down though,
Uh-oh.
you do get all of a sudden a, let's see here, hold on. What's your armor class?
19.
Okay. So it's a like creature that was indistinct from the nearby rock, lunging at you. And so we will roll initiative next time
Okay.
on that. But
Is it a big
so
creature?
you're up here. It's a, I mean it's a lake, so
Where am I? I'm like right here.
yeah, you're up towards the top.
Oh, okay.
We'll roll next time since we're getting to the time that has to leave.
Yeah, Felidor already left, so.
Okay, so all right, we'll roll initiative next to that.
Cool.
All right.
Guys, I think he's far enough away we can just leave him.
Wow. What an adventuring party.
I watched a video the other day about a D&D party that did that, where one of their party members fell in a hole and they just left him, and he like met back up with them. He's like, it was literally a 10-foot hole. All you had to do was reach down there and grab me.
Well, thanks for the good times, gentlemen. I'll see you next week.
All right. We'll see you later.
Oh, yeah! Ending screen, I suppose. Thanks everybody for coming out and watching some Dungeons and Dragons. Sounds like next week we'll actually get some combat in. The last 2 weeks have been pretty role playing. So that'll be good to roll some dice again, unless they're the terrible dice rolls that I had tonight. Let's see. Let me raid my good friend Micromanager if he is actually online. Got a notification earlier that he was, so maybe he is. Send you that way for some chaotic bard times. Yeah, looks like he's playing Stardew Valley, so it should be a pretty chill stream. Anyways, peace out. Stay tuned, and oh, I spelled it wrong. All right, now we're raiding. Thanks, everybody. Peace out. Stay tuned, and see you next week. Unless I decide to, I don't know, maybe stream again this week. I don't know. I might paint, but then I gotta set stuff up, and I'm not a very good painter. But yeah, whatever. Yeah. Bye.